Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. So happy to get back to studies.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What about the other?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. So what were we doing? Where were we? We have completed.
Ma'am, we were doing history. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Ma'am, we were doing 18th century political formations.
Please, can somebody send me the PDF of the chapter or just the pages?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Kashvi.
Ma'am, we will come up after 15, so can we submit our project after 15?
Obviously, better you won't be able to submit it before that.
And which project?
I told in the class regarding a project of chapter 9. 9 just, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you have to make a file of that chapter, right? Where you have to take the topics, make some pictures. A project file basically you have to prepare.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, till when we have to do it?
50, like whenever the schools will reopen, then you have to come and bring it and submit. Most probably
The
they'll-
chapter 9?
chapter 9.
The chapter 9? Okay, ma'am.
Can anyone send me the pictures of the chapter which you're doing currently?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Vedic. So happy with the online classes? बहुत होगी छुट्टियां मजा आ रहा है इतनी शांति Hargun's face is saying it's all. Hargun's like, I don't need to even speak. You can read it on my face. How happy I am.
No, ma'am. Actually, I like that holidays
Everybody is like,
more than online class. More than online classes.
I know, that's true. You're bad luck. What can you say? Yeah, please send me the pictures. Send someone who's going to send. Anshula, can you please send? Oh, I think she sent it.
I'm sending.
So, what all did you do in your holidays? You were very sad about the winter break. You got such a long break. How did you enjoy your break?
Ma'am, sending. Ma'am, by sitting into the blanket and taking phone in hand.
Seeing anime.
What, Karthik? Seeing anime?
Ma'am, my relatives came here.
Wow. But these are the only vacations, no, where we cannot even plan on going anywhere because it's really cold. Freezing cold it is.
I'm taking the advantage of this. I called upon my friends at my home.
Wow, great.
Ma'am, sent.
Well done. Thank you so much. Thank you, Divyesh. That's really fast. So you're doing 18th century political formations. We have done still somewhere.
Yes, ma'am, we have to start from the rise of regional states.
Rise of regional states, Watan Jagirs, and all we have done. Chalo. So let's talk about the rise of regional states, and we are going to begin with the 6. I think our only 3 chapters are left. If we'll start from now also, then we'll be able to finish the chapter by the first.
Ma'am, one is from history, one from geography, and one from civics.
Yeah, if we start now, I think we'll be able to finish the syllabus by the first week of Jan. Oh, Feb.
February.
Yeah. So let's talk about the 6. Do we have any 6? Hargun, just you will read.
Ma'am, from where?
The Rise of Regional States, 6.
Okay, ma'am. The Sikhs joined the politics in the 17th century, which culminated in the institution of Khalsa by Guru Gobind Singh. They fought several battles against the Mughals and Rajputs under the leadership of Guru Gobind Singh. Khalsa rose in revolt against the Mughal authority after the death of Guru Gobind Singh under the leadership of Banda Bahadur, successor of Guru Gobind Singh. They became independent and struck coins in the name of Guru Nanak and Guru Gobind Singh. They established their own administration between the Satluj and the Yamuna. Banda Bahadur was executed in 1760 in.
Okay. So what happened is, like, as we know that Sikh has always been a very strong power, right? And we initially read that it was who, with whom which the Sikhs have not shared very good relations.
Mughal and Rajputs.
Mughal ruler Aurangzeb, right? So as we know that the Sikhs joined the politics of 17th century, right? जिसकी वजह से एक इनका institution खालसा बोलते हैं वो तब बना था, उससे पहले नहीं था, right? And it was started by Guru Gobind Singh. Please underline these points, right? So they fought several battles. उनकी काफी सारी battles हुई Mughals के साथ and the Rajputs under the leadership of Guru Gobind Singh. And this Khalsa group rose in revolt against the Mughal authority after the death of Guru Gobind Singh. जब इन मुगल्स की वजह से गुरु गोबिंद सिंह की डेथ हुई तो they all rose in revolt, right, under the leadership of Banda Bahadur. After the death of after Guru Gobind Singh passed away, then this Khalsa was working under the leadership of whom?
Banda Bahadur.
Right, who was a successor of Guru Gobind Singh. उसने गुरु गोबिंद सिंह को succeed किया था, and they became independent and struck the coins in the names of Guru Nanak and Guru Gobind Singh. What do we mean by the statement struck the coins?
Ma'am, published.
Craved.
We mint the coins. What do we do is coin, we mint the coin.
Mint.
Right, they mentioned the coins in their names. Okay. Then they established their own administration between the Satluj and the Yamuna. And then Banda Bahadur was executed in 1760. What's the meaning of being executed?
Killed.
Killed.
Or murdered. Killed.
Chaliye. We'll read next. Pratishtha.
In the 18th century, Jathas or militias were formed under the able leadership of the commanders. Their combined force was called Dal Khalsa. They put up a strong resistance to Ahmad Shah Abdali, who has seized Punjab and yes, ma'am, I have said seized only. Seized Punjab and Sirhind from the Mughals. They again struck coins in 1765 and declared their independence. The entire body of the Jatas made the Amritsar on the occasion of Baisakhi and Diwali to discuss their common affairs. They also provided protection to the peasants on the payment of a tax of 20% of the produce. One of their rulers, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, reunited the Jatas and established his capital at Lahore. In 1799, his rule extended from the Indus to Yamuna.
Right. So basically, it is we are talking about the Punjab region here. ये जो Indus के हमने caste region है, Punjab region ही कहलाता है ना? So in the 18th century, the Jatas or the Santals were formed under the able leadership of the commanders. उनके अच्छे commanders उनके under ये committees बनी, and their combined force was called Dal Khalsa. They put up a strong resistance to Ahmad Shah Abdali, who had seized Punjab and Sindh from the Mughals. And they again struck coins in 1765 and then they declared their independence. उन्होंने फिर से coins बनाए and अपनी independence को assert कर लिया. Then the पूरी body of the Jathas was met at Amritsar on the occasion of Baisakhi and Diwali to discuss the common affairs कि क्या कैसे करना है, what things to be done, how they are to be done. They also provided protection to the peasants. Like अगर peasants उन्हें payment के दे रहे हैं, so कहते हैं if you're paying us, and एक मैं पहले बात हूँ यहाँ पे tax कितना कम है. अभी when we read about the Britishers and you'll see that they used to charge so much of tax. My goodness, I was reading a book of class 12 yesterday. The taxes I'm giving you just one example. So अगर जैसे जो money lenders भी थे उस time पे जो जमींदार भी थे, you know how they used to charge for a sum of 100 rupees का अगर उन्होंने loan लिया था ना, so there had been times when the principal amount was 100 and the interest which already the peasant has been paying or the peasant had to pay on that 100 rupees principal was 2000. 100 रुपए के लोन पे 2000 का तो वो इंटरेस्ट पे करते थे. That's how they used to fool these people, right? You read this in the coming year, right? In class 8. Okay. So, yeah. Then they again, yeah. The entire body of met and they also provide protection to peasants on the payment of a tax of 20% of the produce, which was quite feasible. अगर आपने produce को 20% मांग रहे हो, उसमें protection भी दे रहे हो. It was nice. And one of the rulers, Maharaj Ranjit Singh, he reunited the Jathas. उनके बीच में जो भी differentiations आए थे, उनको solve किया, उन्हें reunite किया, and he established his capital at Lahore in 1799. Clear? Any doubt with the 6?
No, ma'am.
Chalo. Yes, next is the Marathas. Unnati read.
Okay, Marathas. In 1674, Shivaji was coronated as the ruler of Marathas. He made Raigad his capital. He took the title of Chhatrapati and was assisted by a group of 8 nobles called the Ashtapradhan.
Assisted by
Assisted by a group of 8 nobles called the Ashtapradhan. The Maratha chief did not challenge the growth and prosperity in the region. Ujjain and Indore became important commercial centers.
Okay, so see, in 1674, we know Shivaji is also known as Chhatrapati Shivaji, right? And we have read this in the previous chapters that these people had the habit of giving themselves titles like Adhiraj, right? Maharaja, Adhiraja, this and that. Similarly, Shivaji gave himself the title of
Chhatrapati Shivaji.
Chhatrapati Shivaji.
Exactly. Right. So he was coronated as a ruler. What is the meaning of coronated? What is coronation or what is coronated?
Announce.
जो ceremony होती है ना, जिसमें king को, like prince को एक king बनाया जाता है, that ceremony is known as the coronation ceremony. Right? Okay. So he was announced, भी कह सकते हैं हम. Right, he was announced a king of the Marathas, and then he made Raigad his capital, and he took the title of Chhatrapati and was assisted by a group of 8 nobles called the Ashtapradhan. इनको 8 nobles assist करते जिन्हें हम क्या बोलते थे? Ashtapradhan. Right?
Ashtapradhan.
The Maratha chief did not change the growth and prosperity in the region. Ujjain and Indore became more important commercial centers. Yes. Next. We'll read. Yeah, okay, Anshita, read.
Yes, ma'am. In the mid of 17th century, Marathas emerged as an important political force under the leadership of Shivaji. Although subdued by the Aurangzeb, they were never completely crushed. Shivaji carved out a stable kingdom with the support of powerful warrior families, Deshmukhas, group of group of highly mobile peasants,
Pastoralist.
pastoralist Kunbis formed the backbone of the Maratha army.
Okay.
After the death,
So wait. In the 17th century, Marathas emerged as an important political force, right? बहुत ही important political force की तरह emerge हुए ये under the efficient leadership of whom?
Shivaji.
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 Shivaji Rao.
छत्रपति शिवाजी राव. आप लोगों ने मूवी देखी है ना? Which film was
Tanaji.
it? तानाजी, right? Okay, देखिए तानाजी.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Cinema में देखी.
It has shown.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So although subdued by औरंगजेब ने इनको subdue करने की कोशिश की थी, but they were never completely crushed. Shivaji carved out a stable kingdom. बहुत ही अच्छा सा kingdom बनाया था with the support of warrior families, right? Deshmukhs and groups of highly mobile peasant pastoralists formed the backbone of the Maratha army. We know who are pastoralists. आपको पता है pastoralists कौन होते हैं? Do we know it?
Who wander from one
Yes,
place to
ma'am.
another?
Yeah,
Ma'am.
with the group of their cattle, herds of cattle.
That too.
ठीक है. Okay, Karan, read next.
after the death of Shivaji, power passed into the hands of Chitpavan Brahmins, who served as Shivaji's successor at Peshwa. Under the Peshwas, Maratha developed a successful organization by careful strategic movements. They took Malwa and Gujarat from the Mughals and they expanded their territories into Punjab, Rajasthan in the north, Bengal and Odisha in the east, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu in the south. They did not annex these territories but collected tribute from these areas. Expansion brought enormous resources. They collected two tax, Chauth and Sardeshmukhi.
अब क्या हुआ देखो. ये हमने अच्छा आप लोगों ने पढ़ा नहीं ना भी चौथन स्वदेशमुखी के बारे में. You haven't read about it, no?
Yes,
Okay, fine. So see, after the death of Shivaji, the power passed into the hands of Chhatrapati and in the hands of Chitpava Brahmins, जो कि शिवाजी के successor रहे as Peshwa. ठीक है. So under the Peshwas, Marathas developed a successful organization. Peshwas के अंदर Marathas अच्छे से organize कर पाए थे खुद को. And under the Peshwas, Marathas developed a successful organization. And by careful strategic movements, they took the Malwa and the Gujarat from the Mughals. मतलब अच्छी अपनी organization से बहुत ही carefully उन्होंने जो movement की, strategic movements की उन्होंने मुगल से Malwa और गुजरात के areas annex कर लिए. And then they expanded their territories to Punjab, Rajasthan in the north, Bengal and Odisha in east, and Karnataka and Tamil Nadu in the south. So Marathas were growing as a power, right? So then they did not annex these territories. उन्होंने territories को annex नहीं किया, but they collected tribute from these areas. What do you mean by this? कि annex नहीं किया और tribute collect किया, इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? Yes, Satish?
And they didn't own it but collected tax.
बोलो Satish.
That means they didn't capture the kingdom, but they
Exactly.
means collected taxes from the
Right, they
ruler
said
of-
we are not capturing your kingdom, but उन्होंने उनको war में हरा दिया था, right? Which means they could have captured their kingdom and they could have ruled it, but they told the leaders of those kingdoms that you keep ruling your kingdom the way you wanted to, but you have to accept us as your overlord and you have to pay us a tribute or taxes. Got it? Okay. Right.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
it's like Ashoka
Okay,
had
ma'am.
many other rulers in his kingdom. So, ma'am, they ruled them as,
What did you say? Can you please repeat yourself, Adhiraj? Maharaja Adhiraj?
ma'am, like Ashoka had many kings in his kingdom. So, ma'am, they tried to do that same thing only here. And they
अशोका का
didn't
तो
capture
केस ही
the
अलग थी
king.
बेटा. अशोका ने तो बाद में अपना किंगडम छोड़ ही दिया था बिल्कुल. उसने तो बिल्कुल ही कहते थे कि आई डोंट even want to annex any kingdom. उसने तो वॉर ही गिव अप कर दी थी कलिंगा वॉर के बाद. He did not fight any wars, he did not annex any kingdoms. ठीक है. जैसे आई थिंक यहाँ पे उन्होंने भी यही किया था ना, जब जो हम राजपूत को जब इन्होंने मुगल्स ने एनेक्स किया गया, जीत के गए थे वहां पे. So the Mughals also told them that you need to accept our overlordship. अभी हमने से पहले वाले जो स्टेट्स के बारे में पढ़ा था, जैसे कि हैदराबाद, अवध एंड बंगाल, राइट. ये कौन थी? ओल्ड मुगल प्रोविंसेस थी जिन्होंने बाद में खुद को असर्ट कर लिया एज इंडिपेंडेंट, राइट. अब इन्होंने अपने टाइज ब्रेक नहीं किए थे मुगल्स के साथ. दे वर स्टिल अंडर द मुगल्स, बट इट वॉज नॉट द मुगल्स हु वाज रूलिंग दीज प्रोविंसेस. जिन लोगों ने ना सर्ट इंडिपेंडेंस कराया था ना, वो इनको रूल कर रहे थे. एंड उन्होंने क्या किया कि अब ठीक है कि हमने ये नहीं कहा कि आप हमारे हम आप रूल हम अपने अकॉर्डिंग करेंगे, विल पे यू ट्रिब्यूट, राइट. इस टाइप से मान लो कि कनेक्शन रहा वहां पे भी उनका, ओके, मराठास का. बट मराठास ने उनको बिल्कुल उनको बिल्कुल सब कुछ उनका नहीं लगा. जैसे ब्रिटिशर्स हमारे आए थे, ब्रिटिशर्स ने सब जगह से सब एरियाज को एनेक्स किया, वहां पे रूल ही खुद करने लगे, पॉलिटिकल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, इकोनॉमिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन सब खुद देखने लगे. बट जब ये बोलते हैं कि नहीं हम आपको रूल नहीं एनेक्स नहीं कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब हम आपका एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन अपने आप संभालो, बस हमें आप टैक्सेस पे करते रहो, ठीक है. दैट वाज आल्सो द मेजर कंसर्न. Then expansion brought enormous resources. They collected two taxes, चौथ and सरदेशमुखी. पढ़ो क्या होते हैं taxes. चलो वैदिक read.
Chauth. 25% of the land revenue claimed by the zamindars in the Deccan. It was collected by the Marathas.
Right, चौथ क्या होता है? उसका भी land revenue होता है. उसका 25% revenue जो कि जमींदार लेते थे, right? जो कि मराठास कंट्रोल करते थे. आगे पढ़ो.
Sardeshmukhi. 9 to 10% of land revenue was paid to the head revenue collector in the Deccan.
Right. ये था land revenue जो कि वो रेवेन्यू कलेक्टर को पे करते थे. दैट वाज सरदेशमुखी, राइट. एंड द 25% ऑफ लैंड रेवेन्यू व्हिच वाज पेड बाय द जमींदार्स वाज नोन एज चौथ, ठीक है. आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं जमींदार यहाँ पे कितना कर रहे हैं, 25% ले रहे हैं. 25% ऑफ द लैंड रेवेन्यू ले लेते हैं. चलो
1/4 of their land.
राइट. रीड नेक्स्ट वैदिक.
The rapid expansion and conquest made other rulers hostile to the Marathas. They failed to gain their support and sympathy in the Third Battle of Panipat in 1761, fought against Ahmad Shah Abdali. The Maratha armies were completely routed and the Peshwa died heartbroken. But the successful military campaigns had made Maratha chiefs very powerful. These leaders were Sindhya of Gwalior, Holkar of Indore, Gaikwad of Baroda, and Bhansal of Nagpur. The cities developed as important and commercial centers.
राइट. अब क्या हुआ, जो इतना रैपिड एक्सपेंशन हो रहा था यहाँ पे एंड जो इतने कॉन्क्वेस्ट कर रहे थे मराठास, तो कहीं ना कहीं देखो दूसरे की तरक्की सब जलते तो है. सो द अदर्स वर गेटिंग हॉस्टाइल कि यार ये तो इतनी जल्दी ग्रो कर रहे हैं, व्हाट इफ दे कॉन्कर ऑल द रीजंस, राइट. So people were getting hostile. So then they failed to gain the support and the sympathy in the third battle of Panipat in 1761, which was fought against Ahmad Shah Abdali. Right.
Delhi.
The Maratha armies were completely routed and the Peshwa died heartbroken. मतलब इनकी पूरी जो भी आर्मी थी बहुत ही ज्यादा पूरी तरीके से वो डिस्ट्रॉय हो चुकी थी. Then but the successful military campaigns had made Maratha chiefs very powerful. These leaders were Sindhya of Gwalior, Holkar of Indore, Gaikwad of Baroda, and Bhosle of Nagpur. And the cities developed as important and commercial centers. यहाँ की ये जो cities थी ये काफी अच्छे से develop हुई, important commercial centers बने, and the rule went on. Any doubt till here? Any confusion? Anything you wanna ask?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Fine, Adhiraj can read next. Adhiraj.
Jats.
Judge,
हाँ.
judge कहते हैं, चलो judge.
Jats. The judge under the leader of Churaman acquired control over territories situated to the west of Delhi and by 1680 dominated the region between Delhi and Agra. The Jats were a prosperous agricultural community and controlled the town like Panipat and Balagra. Under Suraj Mat, he was the adopted son of one of the nephews of Choraman. The Jat power reached the pinnacle of glory and the kingdom of Bharatpur emerged. as a strong state. When Nadir Shah sacked Delhi in 1739, he gave refuge to many people.
अब क्या हुआ?
The
तो
Jats
जज से बस बेटा बाकी भी पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है? So the judge under their leader Churaman acquired control of the territory situated to the west of the Delhi, right? वेस्ट दिल्ली का आपने आज भी देखा होगा कितने वहां पे सब अभी भी जज ही रहते हैं और भी क्या कर रहे हुए, that's the language they use, right? So this is situated to the west of Delhi by the 1680 and dominated the region between Delhi and Agra. Delhi और आगरा के बीच का जो region है वो dominate करते थे, जो which nowadays it is known as the area inhabited by the judge is known as, कहाँ रहते हैं जज आजकल in today's India? हरियाणा? और क्या, हरियाणा में जाटे ही तो रहते हैं, हमारी छोरी छोरों से कम है के?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, then in the bit part of Punjab also they must be saying like
पंजाब
no in some part of Punjab because
या अब
Haryana and
ऐसे तो
Punjab they
प्रॉपर
are
ऐसा भी नहीं
close.
है कि पूरा पूरा सिर्फ वही रहते हैं, दिल्ली में भी रहते हैं, बट मोस्टली दे बिलोंग टू हरियाणा, लाइक पंजाबी ऐसा नहीं कि पंजाबी सिर्फ पंजाब में ही रहते हैं, ना पंजाबी लिव इन द रेस्ट ऑफ द पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री एज वेल, but most of them inhabited the area of Punjab. Similarly, the Jats inhabited the area of Haryana, right? So I think Jat is different and Jats are different. Jats are Punjabis, है ना? Hargun. And Jats are Haryanvis. पंजाबी जट होते हैं ना कुछ, ये लड़की कैसी पंजाबी?
Flying
Yes,
jet.
ma'am.
फ्लाइंग जट,
Yes, ma'am.
जो सरदार होते हैं शायद उनसे भी कुछ जट्स होते हैं, बाकी जो जाट्स यहाँ पे जो बातें हैं जाट्स ही हैं, you know, talking about that Punjabi jats, right? So Jats were a prosperous agricultural community and they controlled the towns like Panipat and Vallabhgarh under Surajmal, right, who was an adopted son of one of the nephews of Churaman. The Jat power reached the pinnacle of their glory. Pinnacle of their glory का क्या मतलब होता है?
Peak
At
of
the
the
very
glory.
height of glory.
At the highest
At the best they could have. Peak. Right. And and the kingdom of Bharatpur emerged as a strong state. When Nadir Shah sacked Delhi in 1739, he gave refuge to many people. Refugee का क्या मतलब होता है? Shelter, right.
And the people who come from other parts.
Yeah, he gave to shelter to the people who come from other countries or other areas, right? जिन्हें वहां से निकाल दिया गया होता है, वहां से भाग कर आए होते हैं, उन्हें रेफ्यूजीज कहते हैं. जैसे कितना इंडिया बहुत सारे रेफ्यूजीज कहाँ के रहते हैं? बांग्लादेश के. लॉट ऑफ रेफ्यूजीज फ्रॉम बांग्लादेश लिव इन इंडिया,
Yes, ma'am.
है ना?
And Myanmar.
इन म्यांमार, राइट. पाकिस्तान के भी रखते हैं क्या हम?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. So yeah. Yes, so he gave refuge to many people. The judge built. किसको पढ़ना था? 2 ही पैराग्राफ पढ़े थे ना अधिराज ने? विवान रीड.
मैम एक पढ़ा मैं.
Okay. The Jats built many forts. Bharatpur fort was built in traditional style. It does not have a flamboyance associated to forts, but it generates an aura of strength and magnificence. The sandy ramparts were strengthened by sandy battlements, and enemy guns proved of no avail. At Dig, the Jats built an elaborate garden palace. Dig in the 18th century was the capital of the Jats.
Wait, one paragraph, right? So Jats built many forts. जैसे भरतपुर fort was built in traditional style. जैसे बहुत ही flamboyant, बहुत ही extravagant, बहुत ही बड़े बड़े सुंदर सुंदर बनते हैं, वैसा सा नहीं था, बहुत ही simple traditional style का fort था ये. right? So it does not have promise associated to the force, but it generates an aura of strength and magnificence. मतलब फिर भी एक aura था, बहुत ही मतलब दिखता था कि बहुत ही powerful और magnificent लोगों का है ये बनाया हुआ, इतना ज्यादा खूबसूरत नहीं जितने बाकी होते थे, right? The sandy ramparts were strengthened by sandy battlements, and the enemy guns proved of no avail. Right? कि जो रैम्पर्स थे उनको सैंडी बैटलमेंट्स बना रखे थे वहां पे, जहाँ पे बैटल ग्राउंड कह सकते हो एक टाइप का, वो बना हुआ था यहाँ. Yes, Mritul will read next.
At Dig, the Jats built an elaborate garden palace. Dig in the 18th century was the capital of the Jat rulers. The gateway to the fort is protected with anti-elephant strikes. Within the fort is the Surajmal Haveli with its typical Bangladesh style. The buildings were modeled on architectural forms which were associated with the royalty under the rule of Shah Jahan.
Good. Okay. So as she has read that, at Dick, right, Judge built an elaborate garden palace. उन्होंने एक जगह पे बहुत बड़े-बड़े garden palaces बनाए थे. And Dick in the 18th century was the capital of the Jut rulers. The gateway to the fort protected anti-elephant strikes, right? कि वो बहुत बड़ा सा गेटवे था, कोई anti-elephant strike वगैरह करनी तो लोग वहां से नहीं कर सकते थे. Within the fort, the Surajmal Haveli, with its typical Bangladesh style, जैसे बंगलास बने होते हैं उस टाइप की वो स्टाइल हवेली बनी हुई थी. एंड द बिल्डिंग्स वर मॉडिफाइड ऑन आर्किटेक्चरल फॉर्म्स व्हिच वर एसोसिएटेड विद रॉयल्टी अंडर द रूल ऑफ शाहजहां. मतलब पहले उनकी यहाँ की जो बिल्डिंग्स थी वो काफी ट्रेडिशनल थी, बट ग्रेजुअली दे स्टार्टेड बिल्डिंग देम नाइसली, अपने आर्किटेक्चरल फॉर्म को डेवलप करने लगे. चलो इन अदर लैंड्स पढ़ लो. अध्यक्ष बहुत देर से इंतजार कर रहे हैं आप रीडिंग का.
The French Revolution,
This is
1789
very,
to 17.
guys, just a minute. The French Revolution you're gonna read in class 9. But when you read it all, no, then you'll realize that how important it is to read the world history, because somehow you can see the connect. That the history of the entire world is almost the same. It's just the conditions for different things have been done differently. जैसे हम अभी चलो पढ़ लो पहले French Revolution, then I'll explain this to you. Read.
During 18th century, in the various states of India, a common man had no right to participate in the affairs of government. At that time, American Revolution and French Revolution took place. It had far-reaching effects on events of the world. It challenged the social and political privileges enjoyed by the aristocrats. The people in America established USA, which had a democratic constitution. It also contained a document called Bill of Rights, which mentioned that right to life, liberty, and property were inalienable rights. The French Revolution led to the fall of the monarchy. The common people fought against the special privileges enjoyed by the clergy and the nobles, especially the exemption from taxation. The philosophers influenced the thinking of the people. The Declaration of Rights of Men and Citizens gave equality before law, and same rights are applicable to all. The French Revolution also gave the idea of nation and citizenship. In India, people got these rights after we attained independence.
राइट. सो बहुत ही अच्छा और बहुत ही ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट चैप्टर है ये फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन. को एक चैप्टर है क्लास 9th में. इससे हमें पता चलता है कि एक्चुअली जो आइडियाज है डेमोक्रेसी के, राइट्स के, ह्यूमन राइट्स के, ऑल दीज आइडियाज इमर्ज फ्रॉम द फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन ओनली. फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन के बाद ही लोगों को रियलाइज है कि अरे यार हम तो इंडिपेंडेंट भी रह सकते हैं, हम खुद को खुद भी रूल कर सकते हैं. व्हाई डू वी नीड टू लिव अंडर द किंग्स? And it was the French Revolution who inspired the other countries and the readers to assert their independence. Right? देखो कि 18th century में क्या होता है, बहुत सारे states थे इंडिया के, common man had no right to participate in the affairs of the government. Right? उस टाइम पे जो common man था उसका तो कोई वजूद ही नहीं था. उस टाइम पे we were just subjects of king. We were not citizens, right? That is why we do not have any say in what the government is doing. हमारा उसमें कुछ रोल ही नहीं रहता था. At that time, American Revolution and the French Revolution took place. उस टाइम पे हो रहे थे कौन से revolution? American and French Revolution, right? So it had far-reaching effects on the events of the world. It challenged the social and political privileges enjoyed by the aristocrats. जैसे हमारे यहाँ 4 वो थे ना, वर्णास, ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रियास, शूद्रास and वैश्यास, right? Similarly, French में क्या होता है? France में there was 3 estates. First estate, second estate and third estate. हमारे यहाँ जो privileges थे वो किसके पास थे? Brahmins and Vaishyas had the Brahmins and Kshatriyas had the privileges, right? France made was the first and second estate. First estate was of clergy, which included all the priests of the churches and all. And the second estate was of the nobles. Nobles कौन होते हैं? जो king के court में बैठते हैं, king के associated होते हैं. तो इन दोनों को कोई भी taxes pay नहीं कर रहे थे. No taxes were paid by the first and second estate, by the clergy and the nobles, and all the taxes were paid over only by the third estate, which included businessmen, normal people, the peasants, artisans, workers. So जब लोगों को ने थोड़ी बहुत पढ़ाई लिखाई करी, लोगों को knowledge आई, they were like, why is this happening? Why is this inequality? Right? Why only this class has to pay the taxes? Okay, the people in America established USA, which had a democratic constitution, which contained a document called Bill of Rights, which mentioned that right to life and liberty and property were inalienable rights. ये rights ऐसे जो आप किसी भी इंसान से छीन नहीं सकते. जैसे हमें कौन से rights दे रखे हैं हमारे constitution ने?
Right to vote,
to speak,
right to speak,
What do we call these rights?
fundamental rights.
Fundamental rights.
Our fundamental rights are inalienable. Nobody can take those away from us. है ना? कोई भी हमसे वो rights ले नहीं सकता है. Okay. So, yeah, the French Revolution led to the fall of monarchy. French Revolution से monarchy का fall शुरू हुआ. वहाँ पे Louis XVI ruler था, उसको हराया, जीते. And the common people fought against the special privileges enjoyed by the clergy and the nobles. So when आपको बताया ना first और second estate था, especially in the exemption of taxes, and the philosophers influenced the thinking of the people. उन्होंने कुछ ऐसे लिखना शुरू किया, ऐसे पढ़ के लोगों को लगा कि यार वाकई में what they're saying is right. Why do we have to pay the taxes only? Why not these people? Right? So लोगों की thinking पे hit किया उन्होंने, लोगों की thinking change करना शुरू किया. And the Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen gave equality before law, which treated every citizen as equal. Doesn't matter whether you're a part of the clergy, you're a part of the nobles, or you're part of the third estate. Just like in our country after independence, when we made the constitution. Good morning, Hargun. So gaye beta?
No, ma'am, I'm there.
Okay. So क्या हुआ? जैसे हमारा जब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बना तो उसने भी सबको इक्वल राइट्स दिए ना. ऐसा तो नहीं था कि सिर्फ ब्राह्मण्स को ही मिलेंगे और सिर्फ क्षत्रियस को ही मिलेंगे. Everybody, even the scheduled caste and tribes, they also got the same rights that is of the Brahmins, right? So the French Revolution gave the idea of nation and citizenship. In India, people got these rights after we attained independence. Chapter is over. And the time is over as well. Any minute, the meeting can be ended. So tell me, have you understood it?
Yes, ma'am.
Please read the chapter. Try to do the exercises by yourself today. Tomorrow, although we'll do them in the class, but try to come prepared. Okay? Clear?
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Have a good day.